Hey guys, welcome back. Today is my 2022 video. I'm really excited.
I was thinking about doing the whole vid in that voice. Alright, hey, yeah, thanks, bye. Yeah. Just went and got a sandwich. Ham, egg, and cheese. Always eating breakfast. So, my idea for this video this year was that I basically wasn't gonna do it. I was thinking like maybe a couple months ago, I recorded this footage of my buddy Chaz, and he was going through talking about like a lot of the films that he's watched up until that point this year. And I was thinking of just putting that, like I didn't really listen to him while he was doing it, but I was recording some of it. So I was just thinking of putting that, and then yeah. And this video really has like this year, it's weird. Suddenly, it was really not like a slow burn effect, but this video suddenly doesn't really seem important. Like, I guess maybe, you know, so a lot of the things I do for my own shit, my own, I guess, conscience. So, like the Spiffy Christmas, I guess I just do that for me, and I really struggled with that this year, doing that for me. And there was, I think maybe for the first time, I was like saying to myself, yeah, I don't want to do this. It was really one of the most torturous processes of my life. Somehow, it was really like weighing on me. And I was also like not in a great mental state in the first place while making it. Anyway, that is a I'm proud of it. I don't know how I managed to make it such a long edit, and I didn't even have to separate the project files or anything. It was running poorly. No one asked, no one cares. It's definitely like the more of the direction I'd want to take my editing. I'm not even gonna explain that. I just think that like that style of what I was doing was pretty good. I enjoy it, and I enjoy that kind of I guess cinematic style from other work. Not gonna explain that. I guess I'll take another bite of this sandwich. Here, I'll look at you. You're a tree, so. I think I took 2 bites there. I don't know. I already forgot. So, I think I opened up After Effects at one point to start this edit. I think it was October, because I knew pretty much since last year what song it was going to be. And it was October, and I was heavily listening to that band, actually, which is not so usual for me to just listen to them in October. Typo Negative, one of my favorite bands, I guess. Really hit close to home, that band. It's got a history with me. And, yeah, made the project file in October, I think. And I remember thinking, or I don't know if it was something that told me, like some file name or whatever the fuck, but I think that was the only time I opened After Effects this year, was to edit that. I think Chaz said something like, here for one spiffy Christmas every year, or whatever. And that's it. And that really is it. Yeah, I don't know. And when you say like, oh, I'll see you next year. But for real, I probably won't. You probably won't see me until next year. When I'm back for another, if I somehow am like alive, then it's feeling pretty tired, and I'm getting a little. I'm definitely getting sick of doing it. But sometimes things just enter my mind, and I'm like, well, fuck me. Like, I should just fuck you, or just do it. And I'm thinking if I can do 10 years of this, then that would be sad and pathetic, but cool in my head. And I don't think it's going to happen, but I think this is year whatever. I don't know what year. I think I started doing it in 2015, so 2025, and then I'll be relieved of my fucking doots. I want to thank everyone for this amazing year. Oh, shit. I don't know. Yeah. The truth is that, like, I'm saying things, but I don't really have anything to say this year. I've like I said, I wasn't gonna. Because I don't really know of anybody out there who probably is like wanting to hear all this. And finally, not even me. I think maybe the reason I made these, like going back a couple years, is so I could look back on them. And now I don't even care. So, yeah, just stuck doing things I do and not knowing why, thinking maybe I shouldn't, and but it's okay, I guess. You know, my father told me this year recently, he said, don't linger. Which is ironic coming from him, but fucking dead. But yeah, I think I just linger for fun. It's not that serious. But I do have a pretty futile mindset. And life is just depressing. I don't think there's any fixing it. But you know, I really stayed away from people this year. I don't know. I'm sure that's gonna get better. But I did have a lot of good laughs and good times with good friends. I mean, the last week of my life was fucking a year in itself. I really just joined my Discord server and decided I'm just gonna join this and just watch films and screen share, and then sometimes not even screen share, and just, yeah, I'm just gonna do that. I didn't mean for anybody to join. That wasn't my intention. I didn't have an intention. I just thought it would be fun to just join this call and not leave until I feel like leaving. And I ended up staying in the call for like 6 days or so straight. And a lot of people joined, and there's a lot of fun times, good friends. Thank you to all the people that did that with me at times. I didn't ask you to, but thank you. That was, it made me feel good. This is getting too long. I'm really I didn't need to say any of this. Oh look, this is when that one cinematic. Comment tits if you know what that reference was to from the Spiffy Christmas edit. Tits. If you comment tits, your comment will probably just be deleted. That's a frustration. I'm gonna complain now. This is the complain segment.
Yeah.
Of. Couldn't you get on one of these things? Like, wasn't there like a jump or no, not a jump. You could just go inside. Yeah. I used to go in here, search and destroy. I hate how you can't comment whatever you want on YouTube shit. Like, when I posted, this is just the most recent example, but this has been happening for like 2 years now, and I hate it. There's a guy that commented on my Spiffy Christmas. The first comment said, "What the fuck was that damage my gay?" And I replied, "You little cocksucker," and that got removed. So I just commented it again later, and that got removed. Which is like, I knew it was gonna get removed both times, but I was just thinking maybe it would somehow slip past. And it's like, why can I not say whatever the fuck I want under my own video? Like, if you're gonna delete my comment on another video, then that is still not understandable, but more understandable than it's like if I want to comment like gay, horny cock, dick, yeah, slurs on my own shit, I should be able to, bitches. So, yeah. Anyway, whatever. If anyone's to this point in the video, comment something you know will get deleted, so I won't even know you got to this point in the video. I guess it's time for another bite. This is getting colder. So, yeah, man, thanks for watching that fucking thing. I can see that nobody really gave a fuck about it this year. And I didn't really either. Although I will say, although the concept's getting pretty tired, I really did pour a lot of sort of meaning and just shit I was going through into that video game edit. And you know what? I don't know if I've ever talked about this, but it's not the first time. I have completed an edit and published one, and then I think like, man, I should get back in the stew as soon as possible. I want to make another edit to like come up to this one, if that makes sense. Like, I want to like be there. I make one edit, and even if it doesn't, even if people like I think there was like 6 comments or something on A Spiffy Christmas, which is like actually, I think, notably less than any of my videos usually get, I guess, but it didn't matter. I had the feeling every time I post an edit, I get the urge to edit more, just for the sake of like grasping at some idea of consistency, and it's inspiring, you know, like it's in the same way or in a similar way that when you take in a lot of art and then you want to put it back out, it's like that. It's like I'm seeing me do that, and it's like an empowering feeling, and I'm just like, yeah, let's do that more, and then I never do. But you know what? The last few years, I've been like beating myself up over not doing enough, and I think I've kind of reached a point in my life, just not even with fucking COD editing, but just in general, where I'm like, you know what? If I'm not doing it, then it's not the right time. And if I live a life that isn't that eventful because of it, then that kind of sucks, but like, it wasn't the right time. I'm not gonna force shit, you know? Like, I'm not gonna hate myself if I don't edit, because I think it's the very least thing I could be doing in my life. Because it's fun, and it feels like expressive, and it's like satisfying, and it's like it's doing something rather than nothing. And I think I've just reached sort of a point where I'm just like there are things, I'm not even going to talk about it, like the things, but there are things I've wanted to do for a long time, and I've just like, okay, here's an example. I wanted to learn 3D for like since I was like 14, and I haven't. I mean, I've dabbled in plenty of 3D softwares that I've gone for attempts to learn it, but never really did. Still don't know it's really much at all. And all the stuff I knew I probably forgot. Like when I was, sometimes I think about that, like when I was like 14, I was like dabbling in Buju and fucking Cinema 4D, and it's like, damn, I really knew what I was doing more so than I do now. That's kind of sad. I don't know how to think about that, like that's weird. Like I was like fucking on my way to becoming something way before I was like ripe of the age to be making like a career, but I could have. Just with that, you know, like I wasn't good at it or great at it, but it was like I was doing it, and that is like, you know, that's I guess the embodiment of like societal ambition. I was ambitious, and now I'm not as like keen to chase my ambitions. I just do it when I feel like the time is right. Anyway, big game this year was Modern Warfare 3. I tried to include that a bit in the edit. I don't know if that was, I don't think that was deliberate until a certain point. Like through it, I was like, hey, this year I was thinking about Modern Warfare 3 a lot, and so I should maybe include some of that in there. It'll just be a little part of this year, a little part of me. And it's true, I did have like a sort of, I think maybe more than one point in the year where I was just sad and thinking about sad. I'm thinking about like I miss this game. I miss, even if it's just Black Ops 2. Like I wasn't a BO2 guy. I mean, I definitely played the fuck out of it, but I prefer. Definitely a Modern Warfare fella. Big fan of MW3. MW3 is my favorite COD. It's not the best COD. It's my favorite. And yeah, I mean, I just miss, and this map, I guess, is maybe the pinnacle of the nostalgia. It's actually kind of jarring and surreal that I could just play it, even though it's not at all like it was. But like I remember, you know, Search and Destroy on Mission was just the fucking, that was it. Like the pinnacle of nostalgia. Like you would spawn over there on that hill, and then the first thing everybody would do, like somebody would grab a sniper and aim down the hill or whatever, the cliff, to this alleyway, and wait for this fucking retard to pop his head out and then clip him and probably miss and somehow die. And then you get like action in the middle. Like, you know, if you played Search and Destroy and MW3, then you would know what I'm talking about. Like, there's just that feeling. And then the gold guns were like never more gold than in MW3. This was like the first COD I think that they did gold. Maybe not, but gold guns in this game looked amazing. And leveling, everything was so easy. It was kind of just like, I think it was just all kill based, which was great for my simple mind. Like I hated in Black Ops 2 when in order to get camos you'd had to get like headshots. And I was like, dude, I can't even get kills. Can you not make me do headshots? So I would basically get camos and shit at a you know, very like arbitrary rate. But yeah, I found myself really missing like the fact that this game is just not like, if you go on Xbox or whatever and launch it up and press find match, you won't find a match for like 5 hours or something. And then you finally find one match, and it's just because enough people have like lobbied up and just sort of gathered in this like hourglass type thing, and enough people were in for it to form a lobby. And I haven't done that, but I've seen it done, and I have gone back and tried to find lobbies unsuccessfully. But I've seen, like, there's this guy I found that just streams, this YouTuber that just streams MW3, and his name is like MW3 King or something. He literally goes live like every fucking week, like every day or something. And he just presses find match, and he just waits for like 4 hours and just does nothing. And then sometimes he'll wait for so long, and then there'll just be like an error, and then he has to wait again. And it's just like, damn, I can't believe. And it's the same way for like MW2 and BO2, like all these old CODs, nobody wants to play them. And I've always felt like that just blows my mind. Like, how is it that nobody in North America wants to play MW3 anymore? Like, that's just crazy to me. Like, nobody is, like, not even like a dozen people are like on a nostalgia trip in a given moment to be like, oh, remember fucking golden MP7? Or remember the autumn camo? Or like kill confirmed or whatever the fuck. It's just like 0 people, basically. Like less than enough people to form a lobby in any game mode are apparently interested in playing any of these games. Like, it's crazy to even think that MW2 is like a dead game. Which I think MW2 is like the greatest COD. So, and I do think it's more popular than MW3. But I've struggled to find lobbies in recent years of any game. I don't have Xbox Live anymore. I haven't had it for like years. But even when I did still have it, I couldn't find lobbies in these games because apparently they have reached the end of their lifespan, which is just crazy to me. Like, I've always found myself wishing that I was like a big YouTuber just so I could say like to my fan base like, hey everybody, hashtag stream MW3 K-pop, like and so everyone would just flood back into the servers maybe, and it would just be like, it would probably only last for like a day, and then like as a big YouTuber, if I kept playing it, then I'd probably just start like losing my fan base. Like crazy Korean pop MW3 guy won't do anything else now except play MW3. Let's go watch Markiplier. Or I wish that like some big YouTuber would say that. And I don't know if it would do anything. Like if Ninja, I guess Ninja's like not even a guy anymore, but like if Ninja came out in his prime and was like, fucking stream MW3 y'all, I wonder like how that would have like computed. And it's funny how I'm like, that's my idea of like repopulating the servers, is like manipulating people, like telling people what to do. But I just feel like a lot of people, when they think of COD, they're like, fuck COD, fucking shitty ass game. But COD still makes like $1 billion every time they come out with a game, which I just recently learned they make $1 billion every time. That's insane. I did not guess it was that amount. And so, yeah, I just feel like, you know, there's a stigma towards COD, even from COD players, and it's just like, dude, tell me that you didn't have good times on this game, and tell me that you don't miss it. Maybe you just don't think about it, but I do. I think about this game all the fucking time. And there was this like depressive state I was in, like depressive, but just like mournful state where I was just playing fucking survival mode, trying to beat all my records. Like that is how down bad MW3 I was. But yeah. Hashtag bring back MW3. I feel like a lot of people, when I say this to people, they're just like, well, it's just, you know, it's not a fucking, like, it's outdated, it's whatever, it's this, it's that. It's like, well, you know, people still play TF2. And I don't even know that. Like, I don't play TF2. I don't know. Like, I don't know anything about what I just said. But I'm just saying that seems like a pretty old game that people still fucking love. And I wonder if some people play it for nostalgia reasons. And that's how I feel about this game. And it just blows my mind that not enough people to even form one fucking lobby feel the same way. So if there's any message I can deliver to the fans, it's hit me up with your gamer tag. I don't have Xbox Live, but you know what? If someone comments, like, my gamer tag is yes help, I will fucking buy Xbox Live for a month and, like, 1v1 you on Dome, Quickscope's only 360 last. I will genuinely do that. I'm not even kidding. Like, if anybody wants to play COD on Xbox, let's form the MW3 resistance. It doesn't need to be MW3, but I would prefer it to be. I like how this is like an idea in my head. I'm like starting this like in real time. Like I'm like thinking of a fucking like a plan to revive this game. I wasn't a Black Ops 2 guy because that game felt so much more linear, and this game is like the MWs are like so smooth, and the Black Opses are like sniping was like so linear and like slow, and like it felt like you could kind of tell that that game was not meant for quick scoping or whatever, but yet it was like the best quick scoping sniping trick shotting game to date. But it really felt like quickscoping was so uncomfortable in that game, and it was just like so, like, there was just something so like linear about it. I don't know. I think it's like one of those things where it's like, you know, gun sway, for example. Like when you snap back and forth, your gun would move with you, and when you do that on BO2, that was like way less prevalent, and just stuff like that. Like the mechanics of the game just felt way more like tight assholed, and this game is like so much more loose and feels like more maneuverable, which I haven't been able to articulate until now, I guess. Anyway, this sandwich is basically cold, and I talked about a whole bunch of shit that I don't need to talk about on a video that's going up for anybody to see. But I have nothing to say about, like, I have no plans that I'm willing to talk about. I mean, I guess I'll say, like I say this probably every year, but I definitely still have edits that were on the back burner, and I think every time I launch up my software and actually manage to complete an edit, which is only once a year at this point for Spiffy Christmas, I find myself realizing it's not so hard, and I could probably finish certain given projects, and I'd like to, because there are some edits that I'm actually really proud of, that haven't seen the light of day and are probably actually pretty close to being finished. So yeah, you know, I don't think I uploaded a single thing this year. I think I uploaded like maybe 1 or 2 videos and 1 edit. I don't know. I'm not gonna check. But yeah, I would like to do at least a couple of edits next year, and just think about doing it more, because I think I didn't get to really finish what I was saying earlier about if it doesn't feel right, then it's okay if I don't do it. And I think it hasn't been okay for me to beat myself up about shit that I don't get done, but I think it's okay to feel more loosely like it's not a big deal to do it. Like, if I don't edit, that's fine, but I think these years of beating myself up have made me indirectly feel like editing sucks, but it's not. Every time I'm editing, it's really fun. Cinematics suck, but I love clicking around in the software. I can just space out doing that forever, and I love editing, and I love it. It's my shit still. And so, you know, I'd like to think that if I just look at it optimistically and think, hey, editing isn't bad at all, it's not so bad, just don't not do it ever. Do it when you feel like it. Okay. Thanks for listening, I guess, if anybody did. I can't wait for the year that I decide to make this video like 2 seconds long. Or just not make it. Happy year, or whatever. Fuck you. And, hope you're doing well. Thanks to Chaz. Thanks, Chaz. You're a good friend of mine. I love you, man. I don't know what to say. There's a bunch I could say, but it's, thanks for being my friend. Thank you to Chimpy, my other best friend. Thank you. Thank you, India. Thank you, Providence. Thanks to Stabs, aka Smirky and Deller. Fuck Smirky. Fuck you, Smirky, if you're reading this. It's too late. Thank you to Plastic for ditching me and everybody. Thank you to Emus for being a cool music guy. Whatever. I don't really have any. Thank you to 2 women in my life that fucking really fucked with my head on multiple occasions and kind of drove me nuts. Drove me to drink, that bitch! But I'm gonna laugh at that if I watch this next year, and I'm gonna say, wow, he really said that, fuck. What if my mic wasn't recording? Thank you to Allie, my girlfriend that is no longer, I guess. Been around the rosy with that one. But I don't know. I don't really want to mention that, but I feel like that's just me. I just gotta say that that happened to my life. Girlfriend. Spiffy got a girlfriend? I'm not gonna continue this. Really, I wouldn't have thought that guy... I thought he was gay, man. Like, it really is weird that... Anyway. It's weird! So I'm done with this. 38 fucking minutes. Holy shit ass. Okay. Stream MW3, play old CODs because I, the one guy who nobody needs to listen to, is telling you so. Stay tuned for my letterbox year in review. And my Spotify hashtag wrapped, hashtag raped. Goodbye. Fuck you. I mean, sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. Fuck you. Fucking fuck you, little bitch. See you later next fucking year, you little guy. Or girl. Woo! Woo! It's a draw. Stand down, you fuck. Still eating a sandwich though. Like, I guess maybe, you know, so a lot of the things I do for my own.
Don't stop,
shit, my own, I guess, conscience. So, like this big Christmas.
I don't care.
I guess I just do that for me, a cinematic style from other work. Not gonna explain that. I guess I'll take another bite of the sandwich. Here, I'll look at you. I already forgot. So,